everybody. My name is Kazm Vulfhart, aka King Kazm, whatever you want to call me, and welcome back to Pokémon Blue Nuzlocke. So, some news. I have attempted to train everybody to be a higher level. And I'll be honest, by the end of training 1 to be level 60, I wanted to blow my brains out. Not really, but the sentiment stands. It was a very difficult process that just made me not like being alive. So, here's the rundown of what's happening. First and foremost, depending on how I feel, this will be the last episode of the Nuzlocke. Depending on how I feel. It depends on how well the Elite Four goes and the Champion goes. So we are banking pretty much everything on Gummy. I have leveled it up to level 60. I have taught it several moves. I could not teach it Thunderbolt because I had already somehow taught Thunderbolt to something else and I can't remember what. I'm actively trying to remember. Maybe Kadabra. Did I catch an Abra? I can't remember. But basically what's going to happen is we're going to bank everything on Gummy. And I went about my business getting so many max ethers and elixirs to try and make sure that we could do this without too much issue. How many full heals do I have? 26 full heals, a few full restores, a few hyper potions, a few super potions. Theoretically, we can win this. But if we don't win this, I will count this as a loss for the for my first ever Pokemon Nuzlocke challenge. So, be all end all, this is the last episode, barring any special events I want to do. So without further ado, let's get started with this nonsense. Do I have any PowerPoint ups? If I have PowerPoint ups. Not that. I want that. Any PowerPoint ups I stored in here? No. And I'm looking for and I was keeping an eye out for TM24, which was the... I have a freaking gnat flying around me and it's annoying. So actually, before we start this, I'm going to show you guys some hidden stuff. Hopefully. Okay, so first and foremost, Pokémon Blue. That is not what I want. That's not what I wanted to click at all. There we go. So we'll go into Bulbapedia. I might have used these already. Is PowerPoint Max in this game? Introduced in Gen 3. No, it's not. Okay. So there's two areas that I can go that I know... Actually, three, technically. I hit the wrong button. Again. 13, there we go. So first and foremost, there's a PowerPoint up. On the tree of the gap in the fence line west of the trainer tip sign. Which one? Okay, so I know which one you are. We're gonna have to run around in Fuchsia City, but it's fine. I think we beat everybody. If we haven't, though... I can beat the crap out of, any trainers I haven't fought yet. So this is Route 15 that I'm going on now. I still have my bicycle in my inventory, don't I? I do. One of the locations I had to get Ether at was on the cycling route, so I needed the bicycle. Okay, so this is 14, and this is 15, which means... Okay, so now that I'm here... On the tree south of the gap in the fence line west of the trainer tip sign that hints to look left. So let's go ahead and find this. I wish I could run, but I can't. This damn dirty maze. Ugh. So yeah, I've been debating for a while now about ending this series for the simple fact that, number one, I'm having fun playing it, it's just the issue is... I'm struggling a bit to... Oh, it's this one. I think it's this one. No, it's not. You. This one. And if it's not picking up because of me mashing the button, and this is the tooltip that says look to the left. Yep. So I already got that one. So the next one's someplace else. 17. Which way is 17? Cycling road again. Okay, let me make sure I find the right one. 14 squares south of the second cue ball from the north on the east... Stop it. On the east bridge segment, so I have to come in from Fuchsia because I haven't gotten rid of the Snorlax yet. So, I'm a small YouTuber. Obviously. My biggest concern, to be honest, is getting a target painted on my back by certain people, namely big corporations like Nintendo. And it's not so much that because I'm scared of them, it's just that they will make my life more difficult, and I'd rather not deal with the more difficulty of life. Yeah, if that makes sense. East is this one. Okay, so you might be the second one. But yeah, I'm just not in the mood to deal with them being copyright happy. So I think what's in my best interest for now I'm just mashing the button now. "14 squares south, the second from the north." From the north? So it actually might be this guy. Because these are all cue balls, I think. I'm hitting the wrong button. Okay, maybe this one I give up on because holy crap. Okay, well there's one more that I can think of that might help me. And that is in Celadon City. Oh, I might have already gotten this one too. But there's also the thing about it's not a bad series for me to record. It's just that the time to do all the like training and stuff isn't there, much to my chagrin. Yeah, I need to go up there. Screw it, we'll just do this way. Like, I want it to be there. I just don't have it. So I am going to do my best to make this the best last episode I can make it. And hopefully you all will enjoy it. So, without further ado, allons-y! First up is Ice Trainer Lorelei. Welcome to the Pokemon League. I am Lorelei of the Elite Four. No one can best me when it comes to icy Pokemon. Freezing moves are powerful. Your Pokemon will be at my mercy when they are frozen solid. Ha ha ha, are you ready? Dugong! Let's hope a Psychic kills you. Because these guys are tanky. I also found out that I had Ice Beam already. And I think I realize now that I literally realized just now that I think I bought that. Cloyster's a one-shot with the crit. This is the problem child. So I have to bombard it with surfs, because it's resistant to everything I got. And I remember, like, another reason I wanted to finish this series with this episode is I realized that this is Gen 1. These Pokemon are... strong, but their movesets aren't that great. Like, within reason, this is supposed to be one of the harder ones for me to deal with. And yet it's not. How dare you? No, how dare you! You're better than I thought. Go on ahead. You only got a taste of the Pokemon League power. Okay, so now I use Super Potions. And I have to be sparing with these. Because Max Ethers fully restore the power points of one move. Elixirs restore 10 for every move. And Max Elixirs restore all power points for all moves. So I have to be... Let's see, I have 3 more plus the champion. So... 1 elixir... And I should be good until I fight the champion. This guy should be a slight pushover. I am Bruno of the Elite Four. Through rigorous training, people and Pokemon can become stronger. I've weight trained with my Pokemon. Kazm! We will grind you down with our superior power. Hoo-ha! The problem is, they're also not type specialists because of the small roster of Pokemon. Because this guy's supposed to be technically the fighting type, but he has to use 2 Onyxes because there's only a few fighting types. Technically there's 4. Here's one of them. Because you got Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Primeape, and Poliwrath are all fighting types. I can't remember what else is a fighting type in this generation. I don't think there's really that many, because there really isn't. I know Water was the most prolific out of all of them. Oh, and Machamp. How can I forget Machamp? Machamp is like the quintessential fighting type. He's like the OG, the first one players get. Oh no, Mankey's the first one players get. Machop is a close second. I should be level 62 by the time I face the champ. My job is done. Go face your next challenge. That was a no-head sweep, by the way. This one, I don't think will be a challenge. I'm Agatha of the Elite Four. Oak's taken a lot of interest in you, child. That old Duff was once tough and handsome. That was decades ago. Now he just wants to fiddle with his Pokedex. He's wrong! Pokemon are for fighting! Kazm, I'll show you how a real trainer fights. She's not wrong, though. Like, there's a bunch of nuance that the anime talks about with Pokemon, but she's not wrong. Psychic. Yeah, the issue with her is she's supposed to be the ghost type trainer, but there's only 3 ghost types in the game. And they're all the same family. So she has to use some poison types like Golbat. Does she have 2 Gengars or 2 Haunters? I forget. Arbok. That's the other one. And for those wondering why I'm using, or why I had Gummy get to level 60, is because level 60 is where the Elite Four cut off, but the champion will be ahead of me in levels. Not by much, it'll probably be like 1 or 2 levels, but it's basically like their cutoff is roughly in the 60s. There we go, level 62. Because they do have some powerful Pokemon, don't get me wrong. Slowbro is a beast in this game. You win, I see what the old Duff sees in you now. I have nothing else to say, run along now, child. Okay, I need to use items. I will use an Ether on Psychic. This was a weird transition to the next room. Ah, I heard about you, Kazm. I lead the Elite Four. You can call me Lance, the Dragon Trainer. You mean the Flying type trainer? You know that dragons are the mythical Pokemon. They're hard to catch and raise, but their powers are superior. In Gen 1, that technically is correct, because the only place to get any sort of Dragon-type Pokemon was the Safari Zone, which we got lucky, and it requires him to go up to level 55 to fully evolve into a Dragonite. They are virtually indestructible. Well, are you ready to lose? Your league challenge ends with me, Kazm. Maybe. Gyarados? Psychic. Stab, because I'm going for stab, and he doesn't resist it. Dragon's a powerful typing, but it only has 1 move. I think Dragon Rage is the only dragon move it has. I can't remember. And this is why I taught it Ice Beam. Solely for the dragon types. I wanted to get it Thunderbolt because then it would have literally a move for every single enemy. Like, the water types wouldn't be a problem. The flying type of Gyarados would die out quickly. The water flying. And technically speaking, this one and Charizard would be going down quickly too. Dragonite looks so cool in this generation. And then it becomes a doofy yellow Puff the Magic Dragon. I'm not saying it's a bad design, it's doofy. I hate to admit it, but you are a Pokemon master. I still can't believe my dragons lost to you. You only had 3 dragons, which is fair, because once again, Gen 1. You are now the Pokémon League Champion. Kingdra is the next dragon type to be introduced into the game. I think they only introduced 1 other dragon type, which was Kingdra. Weird. Or you would have been, but you have 1 more challenge ahead. You have to face another trainer. His name is Blue! He beat the Elite Four before you. He is the real Pokémon League Champion. Okay, now this one, I'm going to use one of my elixirs again. And I am going to Super Potion. So this is it. This is the last battle. So let's hope it goes well and we win this. Alright, Blue, let's fight. I was looking forward to seeing you, Kazm. My rival should be strong to keep me sharp. While working on Pokédex, I looked all over for powerful Pokemon. Not only that, I assembled teams that would beat any Pokemon type. And now, I am the Pokémon League Champion. Kazm, do you know what that means? I'll tell you. I am the most powerful trainer in the world! Oh my goodness, what is this music? Okay, now it's leveled out. Okay. That intro was horrible! Okay, Pidgeot. Ice Beam. Almost a one-shot. Good thing Whirlwind doesn't work in this game. It's supposed to switch out my team. Alright, level 63. I think now we are on par with most, if not all, of his team. Okay, Surf. And let's hope for a crit or a one-shot. I resist Psychic. And he doesn't have an electric move, which is fine. And it didn't lower my special, which is great. That would have been a problem if it did. Next up is Rhydon, which we can one-shot with our water-type attack. Our Surf. Exeggutor. This one could be a problem. Ice Beam. Oh my goodness! That was actually lucky for us! A lucky freeze. I love it. Oh, I love it. I think we have this pretty much in the bag. I don't think his last Pokemon can do anything to us. And it is 2 levels higher than us. And with that, we have become the Pokémon League Champion. That can't be! You beat my best! After all that work to become League Champion? My reign is over already? It's not fair! Yeah, he had, like, the shortest reign of any champion. Why did I lose? I never made any mistakes raising my Pokemon. Darn it, you're the new Pokémon League Champion. Although I don't like to admit it. Kazm! So you won! Congratulations! You're the new Pokémon League Champion! You've grown up so much since you first left with Bulbasaur. I still have Sandwich too, which I'm glad. Kazm, you have come of age! Blue, I'm disappointed. I came when I heard you beat the Elite Four, but when I got here you had already lost! Blue, do you understand why you lost? Mainly because you're constantly nagging him. I am honest. I'm gonna be honest, like, while I don't like Blue's attitude, I feel so bad for him, because his name is forgotten by his grandfather. He is ridiculed for having confidence in his abilities. His reign as a Pokemon League champion lasted at most 10 minutes. Oh, and his grandfather comes in and is like, "Oh my god, you lost once? I'm so disappointed. You've ridiculed the family. You're now banned from it. I disown you. You have forgotten to treat your Pokemon with trust and love, but he..." Meh. Without them, you will never become a champ again. This gnat is going to die. Kazm! You understand that your victory was not just your own doing. The bond you share with your Pokemon is marvelous! Kazm, come with me! I am entering the Hall of Fame with a Grimer! I didn't show you guys the rest of my team, did I? So the rest of our team was Sandwich, Lettuce... you'll see. Congratulations, Kazm! This floor is the Pokemon Hall of Fame. Pokemon League Champions are honored for their exploits here. Their Pokemon are also recorded in the Hall of Fame. Kazm, you have endeavored hard to become the new League Champion. Congratulations, Kazm. You and your Pokemon are Hall of Famers. We have... Gummy the Starmie. We have... Sandwich the Bulbasaur. Venusaur. We have Oregano the Persian. We have Lemonhead the Nidoking. Jerky the Aerodactyl. Taffy the Grimer. Shout out to Lettuce, our Victory Bell. And honorable reminder of Jawbreaker the Sandshrew. /Sand/. I don't know. I can't remember if we got him evolved or not. And Chicken Tenders the Pidgeot. The Pidgeotto. And that was Pokemon Blue. So that was my first ever Nuzlocke. And I must say, I disappointed in myself. The reason I'm disappointed in myself is because even if it was my first Nuzlocke, there were a lot of mistakes I was making. In terms of like rules and stuff like that. Gameplay-wise, I wasn't really too worried. Because I understand how Gen 1 is so jank. I'm gonna be honest, I will probably look up a bunch of other Nuzlocke rules and stuff like that, and I might start using hardcore Nuzlocke rules. If I ever do a Nuzlocke again, because it'll be a while before I do another Nuzlocke. At least for the channel, I might do some as a passion project on my own. It's not... I understand Nintendo's reasoning behind not liking it, but it's not a bad thing to do challenges like that. Like, you can do so many challenge runs in so many different games. And the idea of not doing a challenge run, such as Nuzlocke or like a type-only run, the idea of a company being against that because it's not how you quote-unquote play the game, it's stupid. However, what I am proud of myself for is that I beat Pokemon Blue for the first time in my 30-plus years of life. That's right. This is the first official time I have beaten the first generation of the game. And I am very proud of myself. Beyond that, I'm glad that I could do this Nuzlocke with you people, my viewers. It was fun, a little bit disappointing at times. We're going to go ahead and get on here. It was fun, it was enjoyable, and I actually did really much like the concept of the Nuzlocke. And I wish there was a way where we could have it set up so that we could set up our own Nuzlocke rules. That way it kind of prevents us from trying to accidentally catching a Pokemon on a different route, or on the same route. Beyond that, I do enjoy Gen 1 games, even if they are janky. The issues of like how the crits work and stuff like that, they make for a fun game, but they also make it too easy. I think Gen 1 is arguably the easiest game in the entire series, because a lot of people seem to forget, like, Generation 1, not Fire Red and Leaf Green, but Generation 1 Pokemon games are very beginner-based. Like, they are beginner games. They made them and didn't, like, fully fact-check them, fully quality assure them. That's why a lot of the bugs and stuff exist. Like, there's the 256 glitch, where even if a move has 100% accuracy, it has a chance to miss 1 in 256 times. There's the issue of when our stats change, the gym badges which give us buffs, those buffs are all reapplied whenever any of our stats change. So if we lose accuracy or something like that, well, guess what? We're actually gaining accuracy plus a bunch of other stats. Like, the game itself is fun, but like there are janky parts, and it's what makes this game wholesome and fun for me. And it's charming, and I like it. And I really wish Pokemon Company or Nintendo would like loosen their grip and give us access to all of these games again. Because quite frankly, everybody should be allowed to explore these games in their original state, without fear of issues or persecution or stuff like that. Because it's fun. Like, these games are fun. Like, these games were my childhood, and it's fun to play my childhood again. But I've babbled on long enough. I'm going to call it here for the final time. I'd like to thank you all so much for joining me on this journey. And I am automatically forgetting how I say my freaking phrase. Adventures never... No. Legends never die. Adventures don't truly end. There was one other thing and I'm forgetting it. I'm forgetting it, but I'm going to try and make a new one. Journeys are only as fun as you allow or as fun as you allow them to be. So go out there, have a fun journey in your life, and I will see you as we embark on our next adventure, whatever that may be. Nobody knows, the future is unwritten. Unwritten? That's not how you say it. The future is unknown. And isn't that exciting? Bye-bye and ALLONS-Y! I apologize for struggling through all that, my goodness. Ciao!